All right, everybody, welcome to my class. My name is Darren Wong, and I represent the Kinjas. And welcome to my beginner hip hop dance mini class, where I teach you the basic moves, grooves, and concepts you need to know in order to freestyle or learn choreography. Now, before we jump into it, I do have one little offer for you. If you want to take you're dancing to the next level and you want to take private one-on-one dance classes with myself, go ahead and click the link in the description box. That way you can apply and hopefully we'll be able to work together. Okay, so now that we're all set, why don't we jump into this, shall we? So for the past couple live streams we've been doing the basic ball change, right? So to go back with that, we've just been breaking down the basic crossover step, which is just this step over here to the side and this to the side. And then we added the little ball change, right? And we got the steps down. And then after that, we went into how to apply a down groove to it. Now, if you're new to here, if you've never done a down groove or an up groove, what I'm talking about basically is in hip hop, there's two main grooves that you really need to understand. Your first is your basic down groove where you're bouncing down to the beat or the whole count. And the opposite of that is your up groove where you're coming up to the beat. So it's kind of similar if you like listen to music and you nod your head down, that's you doing a down groove, and if you nod your head up, that's you doing an up groove, okay? So that's the only difference between those. So today's a little tricky one. The up groove is gonna be a little bit more challenging. It's a little bit unnatural, I would say, but for the most part, if you just keep practicing it and trying to flip your mind into thinking it's okay to come up to the beat, then you're gonna be okay. So just to break down the basics of the up groove, basically for the down groove, I'm coming down and I'm thinking about pushing my knees forward and not my butt back. So my down groove is coming forward with my knees and my butt goes kind of forward and I come back up. Okay, so that was our basic down groove. Now, to flip it, all I want to think of is just my timing of coming up to the beat. Okay, so with the down groove, I was imagining the whole counts down here, which is your ones and your twos, but now I want to flip it so it's up here. Okay, so now in my mind, I want to almost touch my head to the beat versus dropping down to the beat. Okay, so I'm going to start in the bottom just so this is a little bit easier. As I come up, I just want to think about resetting my body to where I first started with the original down groove, right? So if I just stand up, this would be my one now, and then my and count is actually the down groove. So this is my and. So I come up, this is two, come down, and. So this is one, and two, and one, and two, and one, and two. So if you notice, it's exactly the same move actually. So the down groove is just trying to hit the beat with my knees or drop my chin to the beat. Now I'm just gonna come up. Okay, so apply this to our ball change. For the down groove one, we're dropping on each whole count. So we're thinking and down, down, and down, down. Okay, so notice my body was still dropping 1, 2, 1, 2. So with the ball change and 1, 2, and 1, 2. Okay, so now we want to flip that. Okay, so now I want to come up each time I step. So it's almost like I'm doing this, 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 this. Okay, so now we're just gonna practice on the crossover step, but getting used to bringing my body up when I step my foot down versus bringing it down. Okay, so a good way to do this is we're gonna start down here. And as I step, I almost want to pretend like my foot is springing my body up. So if I do just a basic crossover on my left, I'm going to spring my body up by pressing against the floor. So I come up, then I'm going to come down, and then press against the floor. So again, I'm almost pressing away from it. So I'm pressing away from the floor, down, and come back up. So a little tricky, but again, just think opposition, right? So it's almost like I'm trying to push myself away from the earth versus going into the earth like a down groove. Okay, so I'm going to start from the bottom, just your basic crossover step. I'm gonna go push up, down, push up, other way, and push up, down, push up. Okay, so another way you can think about this is just think that you're doing almost like you're kneeing yourself in the stomach. That way you're already coming down, and when you push away, that's kind of pushing your pushing your body all the way up. Okay, so I do want you to focus mostly on your legs though. So I don't want you to focus more on this crunch, but just think of it as because I'm bending my legs down, it's bringing my body towards my knee. Okay, so think about just bending your legs here. So super slowly, in the end, I'm doing like a one-legged balance here with my right. I'm pushing away with my left here. Once I need to move my right leg, I need to balance here. So I need to do a down groove here and then push my body away up like this. So one more time, I'm here. I'm at the bottom. I'm gonna push up with my left and my right leg is gonna also push up to do the up groove. I'm going down groove with my left and I'm pushing up with my left again. Okay, it's a little tricky. So if I go this way, it's almost like I'm doing a down groove with my left. I'm gonna push up with my left as my foot hits the ground. Then I'm doing a down groove with my right and I'm pushing up with my right up. So you wanna almost think whatever leg is on the ground, that's doing your down groove and also your up groove. Okay, so I'm going up. Now this leg is down, down, up. Okay, so now I need to repeat that down. Right leg, up, down, up. So in fast motion, it should look like I'm just doing this constantly, but I happen to be walking now. Okay, so easiest way to think about this is let's start from the bottom. Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 8. This goes 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. So again, a little tricky. You have to change your brain to think, I want my head to hit the top versus I want my chin to hit the bottom. Okay, so in your mind, you could kind of think of like Mario blocks, right? I'm trying to like get all the Mario blocks, and it's almost like 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so super slowly. So 5, 6, left leg first. This goes 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. So again, just notice if you didn't see our legs, we're just continuously keeping this beat going. Okay, so let's try it a little faster and then we'll try the music. Just this basic crossover step. So 5, 6, 7, 8. This is up and 2 and up and 4 and up and 6 and up. Do it again. And up, 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 up. Okay, so while we try this music, just kind of be aware that your weight really doesn't change. I'm still trying to like walk this way and walk this way, but now I'm trying to add this fancier little up groove. Okay, so if it's frustrating, don't worry, it gets everybody. Here we go, let's try the music. Let's slow it down a little bit too. Here we go. So this is 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is up, 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 up. Do it again. Down, up, 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 down, up. Good. So we're gonna try it again. So while you rest, just think I'm snapping. You can almost think of it as like I'm snapping the back of my legs, right? Up, up, or your head. Up, up. Here we go. And 5 and 6 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and up, 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 up again. And up and up and up. Very good. Okay, cool. So that is our basic part of it, okay? So that's our basic crossover. And if that's tricky, it's all good. Just go back to your basics of just doing the step and then try to incorporate that up groove with it, okay? So next thing we need to understand is now that we understand like that's what our body should be doing on our whole counts, all we have to do now is figure out when we need to go down for the ball change, okay? So if you remember, or if you haven't seen this last time, for the down groove, I was staying up for the and count of my ball change. So I'm doing up, and now we come down, down. But now because I know I have to come up after my and count, I need my first step to actually pull me down, okay? So it's gonna feel a little weird at first, but don't think step staying up, but as I step, I want to drop just so I can kind of come up, up and complete that part of it, okay? So all we're gonna do right now is I'm gonna step back to my right, but I want you to do a down groove with your right leg, okay? So as I step behind with my right, which is doing my basic ball change, I want to come down, okay? So that's setting me up to take my whole count up grooves over here. So we'll try going and up, up. So right, left, right. So 5, 5, 6, super slow, down, up, up. So try that again. So 5, 6, right leg, down, down, up, up. A couple more times. This is a tricky one. So 5, 6, 7, 8, down, up, and up. One more time. 5, 6, 7, 8, down, up, and up. Okay, so now we're gonna try the other way. So if that was easy for you on your right leg, left leg is usually harder, okay? So if you're not left-legged, so we're gonna try it on left. So again, I want to come down on my and count because I want my body to come up on my whole counts, okay? So my left foot, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a down groove with my left leg. That way I get into this position and I can start walking up and up, okay? So here we go, so 5, 6, left leg, down, down, up, and up. Again, 5, 6, 7, 8, down, up, and up. And again, this is really coming from my legs just doing this. And I'm just trying to figure out what leg should be doing the down groove and what leg should be pulling my body up. Here we go. So 5, 6, 7, 8, down, up, and up. One more time. 5, 6, 7, left leg, down, up, and up. Okay, so now we're gonna try going back and forth, okay? Let's try to do an 8 count this way, 8 count this way, 4 counts, and then we'll just go back and forth. So this one we could just really practice doing our right leg. So 5, 6, 7, 8, down, up again, down, up again, down, up again, down, up. This way, 6, 7, 8, left, right, again, and down, and up, and up. Okay, so let's try doing 4 and 4. So 5, 6, 7, right leg, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8. Okay, so if that's confusing, go back to just doing your 8 counts, or just drill it a bunch of times going to your right, and then drill a bunch of times going to your left, okay? If you're good with that, let's try to go back and forth. So think in your head, the tempo's still the same. And 1, 2, and 1, 2, the whole time. Here we go. So 5, 6, just back and forth, 7, 8, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2. Okay, let's try that one more time. So 5, 6, 7, 8, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, so let's try that with music. And again, if it's really confusing with you, just choose one way and just try to do that with music, just over and over again. Okay, there's nothing wrong with trying to train one side over and over again. Here we go. Let's do it with the music. Let's go with this one. Yeah, let's do this one. Here we go. So 5, 6, 7. Let's go 8 over here. And up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Let's go the other way. And up, and up, and up. Let's go 4 over here. Down, up, down, up, down, up, and back and forth. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Keep it going. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Very good. Okay, cool. Relax. You got it. You got it. Alrighty. So again, with this one, it's a little tricky, right? Up groove's a little, I would say it's a little bit unnatural for most people. If you're like used to like locking, it's very up groove heavy, so you might be like very good at doing your up groove. Even if you've ever done like line dancing is very like up groove heavy, only because you're really just pushing your body up, and it almost feels like uplifting versus being more grinding into the ground, which is like a down groove, okay? So this one should feel more like, yeah, party, oh yeah, versus thinking like down and dirty into the ground, okay? So same thing with this one. If that was confusing, just keep practicing side to side or just one side. The other thing we can do with this one, of course, is we can start changing it up by moving forward, backwards, even turning around, okay? So just for example's sake, we're just gonna move forward, okay? So going back to our original step, just think it's just a crossover and we're moving up, or we're doing crossover and moving backwards, okay? So again, simple reminder, if you need to turn your body, just think about where your toes are pointing. Your toes are kind of in charge of where your body will naturally go. And that is like the main important thing, right? We want to keep everything as natural as possible right now, and then later you can practice opposition, okay? So I'm gonna move up for 8 count, I'm gonna move back for an 8 count. So super slow, so 6, 7, same exact move. 8, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, to the back, and back, up, and back, up, and back, up, and back, up. Okay, so let's try that again. And again, all I'm doing is I'm just trying to get that crossover to move me forward. The crossover is the main thing that's moving me forward. Nothing else is really changing, okay? And in your head, don't think too snappy, so don't think that, but just think it's still a groove, and it's very chill, and I'm just trying to keep this up movement with my body, okay? So again, so 5, 6, 7, 8, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, to the back, and up, and up, and up, and up. Okay, so almost tripped myself there. So let's try with music. Here we go. So just going forward and backwards. Here we go. Here we go. So 5 and 6 and 5, 6. Keep the up groove and up, 2 and up, 4 and up, 6 and up, to the back, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Good, let's try it again. So 5 and 6 and 5, 6, right leg first, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, to the back, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Good, okay, cool. Tricky, getting fancy here, huh? Alrighty, so last thing that I want you to practice is just kind of freestyle with it now, okay? So again, you don't have to get fancy right away. It's always about understanding like the main concept of it, right? So today's key concept is keep your body going up versus going down, which is a little bit more natural, okay? But again, imagine you're doing like Mario blocks, hitting your head with it, or just think about snapping the back of your leg, okay? So now you can kind of decide, do I wanna like just do right leg? Do I wanna go forward? Do I wanna go backwards? Do I wanna come over here? Do I just wanna do crossovers, right? So I want you to just play around with it. There's really no wrong to it as long as your body has this feeling for now, okay? Later you can get into deciding if you wanna pause just to make it one, I guess, a little bit bigger. But for now, just try to keep that constant up groove going, okay? Here we go, with music. And again, just freestyle. Don't worry, here we go. Let's do this one again. Here you go. So 5, 6, just freestyle. And so I'm going right foot, right? I'm going left foot. Now I'm just doing a basic crossover. And again, focusing on my up groove, right? So now I'm doing 2 lefts, going to the back, just basic and basic, okay? So again, if you didn't see my legs, it should look like I'm constantly doing this up groove, right? So again, hitting the blocks with my head or hitting with the back of my legs, okay? So just try to keep practicing that because it is a little bit unnatural to do, okay? All right, oh yeah. All right, so again, key concepts to take away, right? First one, up groove. If you don't understand the up groove, just really focus on doing your down groove. So it's basically the down groove. So this is 1, 2, 1, 2, but half a count later, okay? So you can think about doing your down groove on an and count. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. So notice it's the same exact move, but now it's like changing your brain to come up to the beat, okay? So that's one key takeaway. Second one is, I would say even just practice just using your hand, getting used to like, can I hit the beat up here versus hitting the beat down here, right? Same with your head. Just try to nodding up to the beat just so you can switch your brain to doing up grooves versus doing down grooves, okay? There's a lot of moves in hip hop, freestyle, and choreography that you'll be just switching from, you might be doing a down groove, and then all of a sudden you might be doing an up groove, right? It's very subtle, but it is involved in both, I guess, parts of hip hop, right? Freestyle or choreography. So really get that down. Again, if it's really confusing doing it on one leg, just choose your strong direction, right? If you're really good at your right leg doing it, do that, drill it in until it's second nature, and then that'll help your weak side, okay? So don't worry if one side's, I guess, stronger than another. That always happens to everybody, especially if, since I would say most of us are right-legged, I guess, try your best to really drill it in on your good side versus going to your bad side first, okay? So, if you enjoyed this, again, if you want to take your dance skills to the next level, I do have opportunity for you to train with me one-on-one, uno y uno with me. So all you have to do is click on the link in the description box. It's the very first link, and that way you can apply, and hopefully we'll be able to work together. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed this mini class, and keep practicing, and I'll see you later. Peace!